Hi, I'm Rebecca from Little Adventure Shop, and today I'm going to talk to you all about washing kids' waterproofs. Okay, so we've come out on the farm today, just around the corner from our shop, and we've got a friend whose son has been using his Didriks and Slaskamans here, and obviously having a lot of fun rolling around in the mud. So we borrowed them off him, and we are going to wash them and use that to show you the do's and the don'ts really of how to wash these waterproofs to ensure that they last a long time and you're not damaging them. Okay, so we're inside, and here are the waterproofs. And the first thing I want to say is, if your kid's coming back from forest school or wherever, when their waterproofs look like this, it's not a problem. It's a sign of a good day out. So it's not something you need to fix. It's just something you want to keep on top of. So if they've got 4 days of forest school back to back and they're coming back like this, you don't want to be chucking the waterproofs in the wash every single day, because the fabric really isn't designed to cope with an awful lot of washing like that. What you can do is just use a damp cloth like this and just wipe over the fabric, and you'll see most of the mud just comes off really easily anyway. So that's a good tip, just to keep on top of it. Then at the end of the week, if you want to put them in the wash, they've got really grotty, that's fair enough. You want to think of it like you're not trying to get ketchup out of a white t-shirt. You just want to use like a soap or a really mild detergent to just get the worst of the mud off. So I'm a real fan of liquid soap, and it's worth saying here, we're talking here about waterproof fabric that waterproofs that are used by young children, so they're not breathable, they're not technical fabrics. We don't need to think about reproofing them, and also if they are covered in mud, it's with this sort of fabric that's really good for nursery children, the Didriks and Slaskaman fabric. It's not affected by the amount of mud that's on the garment. So the fact that it looks really filthy isn't going to affect the waterproofing at all. So what are we going to do? We're going to pop these waterproofs in the wash. We're just going to make sure all the clips are done up as usual. I've actually released the poppers at the side just to make sure the water flows a bit more easily around the dungarees. And I'm a real fan, as I said earlier, of this sort of liquid soap. It'll just get the mud off, but it won't damage the fabric. So we're just going to put a slug of that in here. And then the other thing you want to think about is the temperature you're going to wash it at. Again, we're not trying to get ketchup out of a white t-shirt. We're just going to put it on a cool wash. So we're going to wash it at 30 degrees C. So I just set that going there and chuck these mucky things in. There we go. And just set that off. Okay, so the wash has now finished. We'll just get the dungarees and jacket out. And yeah, lovely. As you can see, all the mud's come off, and the yellow jacket as well is looking much brighter and cleaner. So last thing to talk about is how you're going to get these dry. Now, this type of fabric does not respond well to being put in a tumble dryer or put in contact with direct heat, like hung directly over a radiator. So the best thing to do is let them air dry. Obviously in the summer it's not a problem, just stick them outside on the line to air dry. If it's cooler, a top tip to speed things up if you need to dry them overnight is just get a towel and wipe over the outside of the dungarees and jacket quickly, just to get the excess water off. And then if you turn them inside out, like so, and then just hang them up to air dry, or hang them in an airing cupboard like this, they'll dry much quicker, and then be nice and clean, obviously still fully waterproof and ready to go for another muddy session. So I hope you found this video useful, and I hope your kids enjoy being outside in their waterproofs. Thanks for watching.